We're set to go.
Yes.
Okay, I make a motion, we leave executive session and open the meeting.
Second.
Trustee Coe,
Aye.
trustee Lembeck,
Aye.
trustee Marshall,
Aye.
trustee Wilkes,
Aye.
Mayor Plummer,
Aye.
motion passes.
Okay, the meeting is now open. How about we go right into the treasury report?
You guys all have the bill pay, which is the first item.
I just thought of something we did not do.
Oh, what did we do?
Well, it's my fault. I think you can do it now, though, so that we're covered. You didn't tell anybody the meeting was ending. One state or one South Main is a type 2 secret.
Oh, seeker. Thank you.
Okay, so paragraph 18 of whatever that section is, and I think there should be a trustee motion.
Yeah, somebody can make the motion.
That it was a type 3 secret action.
5 South Main, yep.
Yeah.
The correct address is 5.
I think White Building.
Isn't it one?
It's been called
It's-
1 and then it,
One or five, yeah.
I don't know. That's why I said, who delivers the mail there? I don't know.
There should be a motion now that it's a type 2, that action was a type 2 secret action.
Type 2.
Type 2.
Anybody want to make the motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that the special permit application at 5 South Main, also known as 1 South Main, is a type 2 seeker action.
Second.
Trustee Coe,
Aye.
trustee Lembeck,
Aye.
trustee Marshall,
Aye.
trustee Wilkes,
Aye.
Mayor Plummer,
Aye,
motion passes.
thank you. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for the reminder of that one.
Slipped my mind.
No, it's, a lot of moving parts here. Meanwhile, back at the bill pay. Pretty straightforward, I think. If there's any big calls.
Right. Everybody stay cool. Have a great job.
Thank you.
Oh, I know, I did want to say, regarding the bill for our flowers from Bunches.
Yeah.
That has been offset by some donations. I think we've received over $1,000, maybe 1,100.
Okay,
So that's
good.
nice. That's a
Yeah.
nice thing.
Yeah.
And we may still have some coming in. I mean, we have, I think the cutoff is another week. And that's, the one for Burden Company, that is the servicing of the clock of Four Corners, just so you know what the. name is. Yeah, yeah.
I make a motion to approve the bill pay.
Second.
Trustee Wilkes,
Aye.
trustee Marshall,
Aye.
trustee Lembeck,
Aye.
trustee Coe,
Aye.
Mayor Plummer,
Aye.
motion passes. The next one is, one of our employees, Peter Bessie, has requested the remaining of his HSA funds for the year in the amount of $3,600. He has a new baby and
Yeah.
they have completely maxed out their deductible, which is usually what the, procedure is if they request it.
We release the funds.
We release the funds.
Yeah. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to release the remaining HSC funds for Peter Bessie as requested in the amount of $3,600.
I second.
Second.
That was
I'll take trustee Coe. Trustee Wilkes,
Aye.
trustee Marshall,
Aye.
trustee Lembeck,
Aye.
trustee Coe,
Aye.
Mayor Plummer,
Aye.
motion passes.
Okay, what's next?
Mason Trenching Company, who is the contractor completing the DPW bathroom.
Mhm.
We had done a change order just to update some of their payroll.
Yeah.
It is on file with the clerk's office, if anyone has to see it, but these are funds that you guys have already approved. And so the total amount is in your packet.
Yeah, so we're gonna be paying off that bill. We're closing that out essentially.
Yes.
Yeah.
How are the bathrooms coming?
They're done.
They're
using them.
done?
Yep,
I don't see them.
you missed them. Where's the gosh?
Oh.
And there's a laundry and they have lockers. They have a
Hey.
shower. They can have the aromatherapy spot.
I make a motion to approve the partial payment in the amount of $290,000 to Mason Trenching Company.
Second.
Trustee Wilkes.
Aye.
Trustee Marshall.
Aye.
Trustee Winbeck.
Aye.
Trustee Coe.
Hi,
Mayor Plummer.
Aye.
Motion passes. That's it for treasurer clerk's items.
and we have minutes.
Just minutes.
Yes.
Okay,
On their own, yeah.
yeah, who's the first set here?
It's for February 20.
February 24th, yeah. Anything from anybody? Or is there-
How, anything on Dorothean arrangements or?
Oh, yeah,
Are the
we'll
minutes
send-
first?
can we send that out to the board?
Yeah, if you'd like, I can, we can talk about it after.
Yeah, let's, after we're
Yeah.
offline.
Okay,
I make a motion to approve the February 24th, 2026 minutes. Do I have a second?
second.
Trustee Coe.
Aye.
Trustee Marshall.
Aye.
Trustee Winbeck.
Aye.
Trustee Wilkes.
Aye.
Mayor Plummer.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Next up is March 3rd. Any thoughts on that?
Make a motion to approve March 3rd minutes. Do I have a second?
Second.
Trustee Wilkes.
Aye.
Trustee Marshall.
Aye.
Trustee Winbeck.
Aye.
Trustee Coe.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay, next up, March 10th.
I'll make a motion.
We do what?
To approve the minutes as submitted.
Yeah, the state, thank you.
Second.
Okay,
Trustee Coe.
Aye.
Trustee Winbeck.
Aye.
Trustee Marshall.
Aye.
Trustee Wilkes.
Aye.
Mayor Plummer.
Aye.
Motion passes.
okay, thank you. Next up, any member items for we adjourn? Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
have a few.
Mhm.
So the first one was with regards to getting the Arboretum on the website. Liaison, continually trying to do that. So is it possible to at least put up a blank page with a link on a drop down somewhere on the website? And then embed in it the map that we received from Scott Harder? Are you waiting to do that because you want to create more material?
It's not a fully accurate map, and I know Scott was gonna do some updates on it. Is that
So
what
actually from the discussion, with the community, we did let them know that was just a mock-up map.
Uh-huh.
And that it's not to scale, and you would need a directive from the board to ask our engineer to create that map. Yeah, that is not a map.
We should have an accurate
like
map.
Yeah.
So then let's do that.
Yeah.
Can we do it tonight? If
Yeah, make a.
Well, I mean, I work, yes,
I would direct, I'll make a motion.
I'll make a call, of course.
Make a call, okay. Can we put something up that at least just says future home of the Arboretum?
Yeah, because
Right.
it'll be essentially what it's gonna be, I think, what is it, the sustainability page or whatever we were talking about, and then.
I may not.
Okay, cause I think that this is, we have a
We'll circle back.
sustainability page on
Yeah.
our website.
Mhm.
I thought the Arboretum would be similar in that bucket, it's on the main page.
Yeah, it's like our green spaces, you know, we have
Sure.
Auburn Line Park, we have our
Yeah.
Arboretum, we have, you know, that kind of
It
thing,
was a
so.
suggestion as the appropriate
Yeah.
spot, so if you wanna look at it again, and we can
Yeah.
work together on.
I think that's great. Just
Yeah.
somewhere is great. Doesn't matter structure.
But we should have an accurate map, that's the
Yeah,
thing.
so let's
We would- we
just start
probably-
with the future home of page, and then we'll fill it in
Yep.
subsequently.
Sounds great.
So that I can let people know that we're working on it, because obviously, as the liaison.
Yep.
to do that.
Okay.
The other quick one, it probably was just given the, work in the office, given, Dorothea's, challenges. The calendar items for the packet posting, when you go on today to pull up the packet, when you go into the calendar, as soon as you go past the date or the time that that meeting starts, it disappears off the main page. So the homepage doesn't have today's meeting on it when you go to it. It disappears.
Yeah.
And so as a resident, if you go in and you're like, hey, I want to see the
Yeah.
packet, there's no way to get it unless you go into the secondary calendar. And then even then, it's kind of linked through where you got to pull up all items. And today, if you pull up all items and you pull up the packet, it's still based on the June 2nd date. And so it doesn't pull anything up, it's file not found. And so I had to go into the link through.
Agendas and practice on the main page.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one that shows up.
And so through the calendar, though, it didn't populate.
Okay, so you can access it through the agenda and packets link. And you would like it also to be accessed from the calendar, is that
It's
what we're hearing?
always been accessible through the calendar.
And,
and I-
well, but I'm just saying,
I think it was
we,
good to do that.
Calendar link seems like it's messed up.
yeah,
In bringing that up, I do want to talk with our website developers because I've noticed the same thing Trustee Marshall was saying, like, once we approach the date, the circle that says if there's an event on that date disappears. It's how you click view all events.
yeah, let's look
Why
at that.
the second was there, I have no idea, so I'll look
So
at
we'll
this.
circle
I know
back, that's a
that
tough
one, yeah.
question for our folks there.
We were trying to, when we did the website, get people used to first not having to post packets in multiple sections,
Yeah.
because every time someone amends it, it causes an error for us to just make sure
that or
it's
is
the
it?
same,
Yeah.
it's consistent.
Yeah.
So that agendas and packets, we are encouraging the public on the front page is a quick link and it takes it directly to the
Is it-
main page. But I'll look into that calendar, yeah.
So I think for the calendars, because right now you got the main page calendar, the back end calendar, and then this agendas. What if the calendars just simply link to the agendas and packet page?
We're
I feel like
saying
it, yeah, I feel like it,
we get
Yeah, so one location for all of that.
3 different clicks go to the same link.
yeah,
Okay, so just a thought. That's great. Do we want to, maybe not the next workshop, but some workshop in the future? I guess, never mind. I suppose I have to table the whole idea of having an alcohol establishment that closes before 2 AM. I mean, there was some comments I think we've all sort of shared, it'd be nice, but it sounds like it can't be done. So do I just drop it?
We don't control a liquor license at all.
But we can control hours of operation,
I still
correct?
believe we can.
Right?
Do you guys want to-
Yeah, I mean, it's brought up as a member item. I do think this may be
Workshop.
possibly a workshop discussion, and let's really talk through what that would look like.
Okay,
you know.
let's punt.
Um,
And then what we call it, workshop, discussing
business hours for,
alcohol service.
Sure.
something.
Another quick update, I did communicate with Canal Corp with regards to the land that they own near Ford Field. And there is a process by which you go through. I think her name was Nicole. But I had a conversation where they were going to send to me what would be needed in order to start that process. And she was gonna get an opinion from somebody as to whether or not they thought it was something that we might want to pursue.
Was it Joelle?
What's that?
Was it Joelle?
It was not.
Oh,
It was somebody in
no,
the
Joelle's our
land, the
liaison.
land
Oh,
department.
she's land, okay.
And specifically what it is they need to ensure that they don't believe that they'll ever have a future use for the land. There is, to the comment with the Little League, an existing arrangement, and so I was not able to obtain a copy of that. I suspect perhaps I could foil it. I did not do that.
The Little League, arrangement was established in 1953.
Yeah, so I love that
Yeah.
establishment, and I think it's the type of thing that it would be nice to understand if in fact, Canal Corp were to extend to us that. But to Jeff's point earlier in my email, I just want to go on record for saying this, that you can't make a public park out of land you don't own. So we can't, it's green space now in the code, in the zoning,
So we can't protect it.
but you can't protect it as a park unless you own the land.
Well, how much does Canal Corp own?
Well, so this is why you have to pursue acquiring
Right.
land now for and see where it goes. But because the interest would be with the intent to make it a park, and it is already a very,
But does Canal Corp own the whole park, the whole field?
no,
So who owns the other?
RG&E needs the rest.
Okay, so it's
And the
RG&E.
town, I think, might have part of it.
I wasn't able to find that. Oddly, when I asked Steve for who
Yeah.
owns those 3 different
Yeah.
lots, he wasn't able to pull it up, which,
That'll be, you know what, I'm gonna be talking to Bill Smith. I'll find out, maybe we can get,
Okay.
Kate involved.
And
Because
I-
I'm like 99% sure. It's
town
three
has some?
different entities that are in the mix.
yeah, and I
Okay.
haven't been able to, I haven't received any response from the Little League, and I've asked a couple of times. So just to let you know, I'm still trying to pursue it. I think it'd be great for the village. It's
Thank
clearly
you.
been here forever,
Absolutely.
and I think we all have positive intent for that.
Okay.
The other quick one is, I should have asked Jason, but any update on the Wood Street wall?
Oh, yeah, it's all been resolved.
It's all resolved?
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw it out there.
Yep, they were out there, it took them, well, there was some rain too, they had, it was stopping and starting, but yeah, it was done within a week. Excuse me, they did a little bit of side trenching, that had been approved by Scott Harder. It looks really
Yeah, I
good.
saw the side shot
Yep,
last night.
Yep, and it just, all they needed to do was just address proper sloping
Okay,
and to redirect, so that's done and that account's been closed out.
great. And then the final thing is, with regards to bathrooms, shown place.
Mhm.
Has Scott finalized any thoughts to bring to us with regards to what the bathroom?
Not yet, because it's, there's no straight line down there. So we're meeting tomorrow morning again with the Collins family.
Mhm.
We already met with the owner of the coal tower because we're gonna be tying in to one of their mains.
Mhm.
Well, not there, it's the Collins, but you know what I mean. And we're sorting out the logistics of how we're going to get from point A to point B to point C. We have
Okay.
three points that we're looking at. Scott has reviewed all the meets and bounds and all of that kind of stuff, and he's sorted all that out. Once he's done with that and we really get something that's coming back to the board, before it gets back to the board, it's gonna go to our attorney.
Mhm.
Because that's where the easement agreement will come in, because he can't do it until he has the actual definition of what we're doing and how we still need to be able to access it for any repairs, all of
Sure.
that. So we're hopping along. I mean, it's actually going faster than you think. But
Before
just,
before we extend it to the attorney, would it be reasonable for us to see the plan? Because what if there is any degree of modification we might like to make on it before it gets to Jeff for easements and all that?
yeah, I mean,
Okay.
we'll see the plan and what the building's gonna look like. We're trying to look at modular buildings because it's faster.
Okay.
We'll probably bring in Chris Cat, or not Chris Cat, I'm blanking on the engineer from Siemens, because we may have some opportunities
Yeah.
for sustainable
Mhm.
funding and things like that,
Okay.
Yeah, so, yeah, it'll all come back to the board, but we need to get Jeff working on this easement, because we can't go for any funding until we show, because we don't own the land, and
Right.
typically, if we're looking for funding, you kind of have to own the land or have an
Have an
agreement
existing easement.
in place. And so we need that agreement in place before we can go
Great.
for funding.
All right, well,
So
we
that's, just
look
so you understand
yeah.
kind of where we are with the movement.
That's great. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that it for you?
That was
Anybody
it.
else? Anybody else? Anything?
So only I had what is it, like 4 different residents reach out. I don't know what the exact answer is here. But with the election survey, is the idea that the final tally results will be public?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just want to confirm,
Oh, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
because they were like, I want to make sure that they're able to see the results.
Yeah, I know, that's the whole idea of the process.
Yeah.
And not counted or open or unknown until it ends.
Yes.
Yeah, they're
after.
just collecting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then it's just opened and tabulated and
Yeah.
put out there.
That's it.
Yeah,
Where public, I don't know, that's up to you.
I'm thinking it'll happen here, we'll go on a bulletin and we'll go,
They,
yeah, giant
Are
pan.
they still in sealed envelopes?
They're collected on the website, which is not being opened, the data, and then there's a
Just the-
drop off on the
Yeah.
counter that is locked, yes.
So it's sort of like the Oscars, the envelope, wait, yeah.
We'll get a lot of hits to the website when it goes live. It'll bring us to make sure it looks good.
Okay, so,
All right.
anything else, folks? Okay, thanks, everybody, I make a motion,
Yep.
what?
no,
Nope.
gotta make a motion.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
A second.
Trustee Will,
Aye.
trustee Marshall,
Aye.
trustee Limbeck,
Aye.
trustee Cole,
Bye.
Mayor Plummer,
Hi.
motion passed.
Thanks,
John, I have a question to ask you, building inspector question.